guy that you had some opportunities, showed some flashes last year, but your progress to now where we're looking at you as notable college prospect in the state and, if not the guy, certainly a big go-to guy for this offense.
Yes,
Talk me through the past year's development and kind of where you are right now.
just kind of, basically building, what I have, using my length to my advantages, being able to run, being able to route run, being able to, do different things and working on my hands for sure. So all that kind of ties in and allowing me to be capable enough to, produce it out on the field.
Kind of similarly, during basketball season, you kind of hit a stride late in the season where you became a huge piece of that rotation.
Yes,
that,
sir.
A program that's obviously a perennial power, made another notable playoff run. How much did that experience help just kind of continue to feed into your confidence level or overall strides you were making in both sports, really?
It definitely helped me out with working hard, definitely the dedication part, just being great, playing with the seniors and stuff, and playing with all the different seniors and having that passion, that drive to kind of get them where they want to be. Unfortunately, we did fall short to Ruston in the third round, but just that and the dedication. But other than that, I mean, it was fun and it was good. Just like I said before, the hard work and stuff and leads out on the field.
You've had, you mentioned at the beginning, some of the college stuff start falling into place. You're a guy that plays multiple sports. We've seen you at least out in some 7-on-7 stuff, play a little bit on both sides of the ball too. But
Yes, sir.
feel pretty confident you're a receiver long term.
Yes, sir.
You're a football player and a receiver. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What do you love about this sport and that role, and as you look at that as something that not just for the next 2 years, but the next 5 and potentially way beyond? I mean, what do you love about what you're bringing to the team and what you're able to do there?
Definitely. First, starting off with my length for sure, being 6'4", and continuing to grow. That's what I feel like a lot of coaches want, especially because I'm so young. It's like I have a lot of time to grow. I'm projected to be about 6'6", 6'7". So just continuing to grow and also using my God-given talents, my athleticism, my good ball catching, and being able to be elusive on the field. So all that kind of just ties into the player I am and the player I will become.
Did you grow up watching wide receivers, pass catchers pretty heavily? Is that kind of where you always saw yourself, or is that a development that's come over time as you kind of hit some growth spurts?
Yes, sir. It was definitely development. I started off Pee Wee when I first played as a right tackle in the DN, and I thought that's what I was gonna play for sure. But then after that, they kind of started looking at my length and seeing me grow more, so they moved me out to tight end. I used to run corner routes and stuff like that. Then after that, starting 7-on-7, started playing outside receiver, and then after that, just fell in love for it and started getting more work in. And after that, that's what I want to play, receiver.
Who were players that you looked up to then, or model aspects of your game after now, whether it be when you were a young guy playing in the trenches, or certainly now as a receiver? Who were guys that you look up to?
Definitely, I used to watch Tavon Us for sure, just him being athletic and elusive and fast. But continuing to grow, I started looking up to guys like Trey. Definitely Trey Days, definitely the length and what he has did for the 2 years that he started playing football for sure. He had a lot of recognition, and just him being tall and him continuing to get more athletic and getting big and stuff like that, I definitely look up to him when it comes to stuff like that.
Learning from him and some of the other veterans that you've had a chance to play with the last year or so, what did you learn from them in terms of not just being able to be a playmaker but be a leader? You've got some great young wide receivers now coming up right behind you, and you're going to be someone that they're kind of looking to. How do you kind of look at that relationship and the ways that you can kind of pay it forward the same way that Trey and other guys did with you?
Yes, sir. Well, I definitely took with guys like Trey Tyson, Luke Wisham, all of them. They kind of knew coming into my junior and senior year that I was going to be that guy. So they kind of took me under their wing and basically got me right in with the leadership and just working out and the hard work and dedication. So and talking with Trey Days every day at LSU and stuff, he kind of gives me different tips and pointers, and just always keeping God first for sure, and continue to be humble in the leadership role that I have. That's what he showed me to work on.
Talk me through some of the offers and particularly the schools that are most consistently in communication with you. I know the Cajuns were a group that had watched you for a while. We talked
Yes,
about
sir.
even months leading up to the offer, how closely they were monitoring you, and then they made that move. And so I know there's a great relationship there, and they've done a hell of a job recruiting guys from this high
Zachary,
school too.
yeah, yes sir.
Just kind of where's your process at right now, and who are some of those schools that you're hearing from the most?
I've been hearing from, I have the offers from Arkansas State, Grambling, LA Tech, and UL. I've been definitely in touch with UL Coach Desmo up there. I love the way he coaches. I love the way he, has a drive for the team and the players and just the family atmosphere up there. It's amazing. And Coach Ledger, I like the way that he coaches. I like the way that he kind of, gives pointers and tips and stuff like that. And been talking a little bit with Ole Miss and LSU. I was at LSU camp the other day. So, just kind of building that bond with Coach Hankton and all them and a little bit of Ole Miss. But other than that, it's been fun for recruiting process.
What have the LSU coaches had to say, whether Coach Hankton or other guys that you're in communication with over there? What's kind of, sometimes they give y'all kind of a sense of we'd like to see a few games this fall or something like that, kind of what they're looking for. What have you heard from them about what they like from you and kind of where they see the relationship at with you?
Well, actually, they haven't really told me anything. They've kind of told me, just me being out there, they show love for sure. But other than that, just ball out this fall and continue to grow and continue to be a leader. And, prayerfully, I will get the offer from over there.
How much are you hearing from all these former Broncos in Lafayette right now? Luke ended up going
to LA Tech
now.
Yes, sir.
So I guess how much are you hearing from him about maybe Rustin or Charles and Ethan Veal and all those guys in Lafayette about, make the move and come follow our footsteps out here?
They haven't really been, talking to me a lot. Every time I go up there to Lafayette, I holler at Charles and I holler at Ashley and all of them. And just seeing what Charles has did, seeing what Charles had did, at Zachary, things like that, and just him being at that UL and him, making an impact at UL. So just talking with him, letting him know I'm coming up there at Lafayette. He's always, keeping his eyes out on me and stuff like that. So, just talking with him and him being able to, show me different things about UL and stuff like that, I would definitely like to, go up there and do that with him.
I asked Caleb a little bit about the receiving group. Let me
Yes,
ask
sir.
you a little bit about Caleb. He's a guy, and he mentioned it before I asked him about it, really. He's an undersized guy, and so he gets overlooked a little bit, but he carries himself like he's the guy.
The guy, yeah.
And he's out there making throws and making sure to get y'all the ball and get it to y'all in ways that y'all can continue to make plays after the catch and all those things. What have you seen from him, and how confident are y'all in his ability to lead this group?
Just him, just like he said, having that fire, having everything, built up, and, coaches telling him that he's too small, this, that, and the third. But I feel like he's the most greatest leader I've ever been around. Quarterback-wise, he can slang it. He can definitely throw it. He can definitely, do what he has to do. And just, make sure everybody's straight, like he said. He likes to, take people out to eat, likes to feed people, likes to, create different bonds with everybody. So I feel like that chemistry and that bond and his leadership role and the way he could throw it, he'll definitely, impact the game for us this fall and throughout the season.
What's the spot in town when y'all are going to get like a position group meal, or Caleb is bringing you somewhere or taking the lineman or whatever, where y'all like to go hit up around town?
Definitely McDonald's in the morning after workouts for sure, and then we might go to Cane's, or we might just go to his house and just chill and watch film and study over plays and things like that.
So y'all aren't breaking his bank on something crazy? It's just
Oh no, nah. Yes sir.